basis, pretty much. Almost had his first decent match, even though he lost.
Let's go. What's up, Alpha? It's your boy, Alpha May, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And of course, we are Just a Fan Wrestling, talking about wrestling on a Monday. This ain't normal, but it's a Monday, and we appreciate everybody for being here. We got a lot to talk about. We got Jeff Jarrett and AEW. What is going on? Also, we have a bunch of other news. We got
A wild
Crown
slapnuts has appeared.
we have Crown Jewel. We have Logan Paul. A lot of Logan Paul conversation. Dave Meltzer, JD, all these people praising Logan Paul like insane, and that's not even normal. We're gonna go over the Dave Meltzer thing really quick, but I'm joined, of course, with two legends. Right beside me, it is him, Mr. Hicks. How you doing, Dave, my guy?
That's how I'm doing.
I'm saying that we talking about.
That's how he's doing.
and below us, we have the one and the only Afro Coming 765. How you doing today?
You already know. It's your local neighborhood scumbag. Here to give the folks their daily dose of dirtbags. Same gimmick, different day. You know the vibes.
Yeah. And we got. Let's start off with that. Let's talk about this Logan Paul thing. Logan Paul got praised by Dave Meltzer, Tori. Dave Meltzer said Logan Paul remind me of Will Ospreay in his first time seeing him. Now, if you know Dave Meltzer,
I've seen that comparison a lot though, not just from Dave though, and actually looking at it, you go back when you first get that aerial assassin Will Ospreay, he really does sort of give you those feels.
He does. And if you know Dave Meltzer, his favorite wrestler on earth got to be Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay won like 11 out of 12 wrestler of the month. You know
yeah, and that nigga not too long ago did something like fucking 4 or 5-star matches in a week.
I'm sorry, 3 of them wasn't even 5 stars. I don't know where he got that from, but they were good.
He got that from Uncle Dave Ryden.
JD praised Logan Paul. Also, Logan Paul apparently we don't want to. He tore MCL in the middle of the match, which makes it even more incredible.
What if it happened from the buckshot lariat?
That move probably needs to be.
What if
maybe CM Punk was right, Tori? Maybe CM Punk was right. Hey, do not do this right.
Yeah, that looked like it's
leave that to Hangman with his weird knees.
What couldn't I was about to say? Wouldn't that? Because I wasn't for sure. I'm glad you said that because I wasn't for sure if MCL that's a knee injury. Correct. The only real bad injury I've had multiple torn labrums, but other than that, but I was thinking about that because it's freaking. I've had surgery on this one. They want to do the other one, but that's beside the point. I went back and looked like he hit the buckshot lariat clean. He honestly hit it cleaner than I've seen old Hanger do before.
It's two of them that Hangman did. That's Hangman's move, but for the regular buckshot, he did better. The one he did on Lance Archer was incredible. I'll never give it over that, but
yeah. But it looks like a tricky ass move to flip over and land, and then to propel yourself forward off of that landing. I could see somebody tearing something doing that real easy, especially depending on how much because you know that was a planned spot. I mean, there's no disguises that wasn't it. That was an AEW jab, correct? We all agreed, no ifs, ands, or buts.
And you probably don't want most of your wrestlers doing it, so Logan Paul, you athletic enough to do it, you go and do it.
But I just wanted to make sure, because I saw some people being like, that wasn't a shot at AEW. Like,
by the way, he's a blonde-haired 6'1" white dude. That is clearly
6'4", bro.
Yeah, so I'm just saying he's like
or 6'2".
Yeah, he's 6'2",
something like that.
His brother's 6'1", so he's 6'2". But that's clear. He looks like them, so he does them. He gonna do the move like this. So.
But by the way, it's not a move you see done a lot, though. No, you know what I mean? Really not.
Like, all the time you seen somebody else do it with CM Punk trying to mock him, he did it absolutely terribly.
Yeah, he did a horrible job.
Tori did bring up a point in our group chat when we were talking about it. He said the sweet chin music didn't look good. But if the knee, it looks like it's the knee he was planning on was the one he tore. And I'm sorry, if you plan on a tore ACL and you try to do a sweet chin music, it's gonna look awkward. So I'm not even gonna be that because if after finding out that he tore a ligament, you can do. People like, oh, how did he walk? You can walk. It's putting pressure on it would be the problem. Like if I could use both my legs, I could do stuff. But when he did a sweet chin music, he probably couldn't stand hard, so it looked very awkward trying to.
And that, I mean, it got countered anyways.
Yeah.
But I hope he gets well soon because that was an amazing showing. Like we can't take nothing away from that. Third wrestling match ever against the biggest wrestler in the fucking world right now, and he showed the fuck out. Like he created viral moments.
He said he did say.
What were you saying, Zome?
He did say that Roman, I'm about to make you go viral. Gerald, 37 million views in 21
while he was standing
hours.
at the top of the turnbuckle. 37 million views in less than 24 hours. In less than 24 hours.
By the way,
he said it right into the phone before he dropped. He said, "You want to go viral, Roman?" He was like, "I'm gonna make you viral."
I'm sorry, Austin Theory can't do the phone gimmick no more. He cannot do the social media.
Logan, he killed Austin's whole gimmick.
Honestly. Yeah. Fuck yourself, Theory. Them series ain't cutting it. This nigga out here hitting fucking. This nigga making reels in the air. This nigga over here hitting frog splash TikToks, nigga. POV.
Tori, the most impressive thing about it, Gerald, is in midair he turned it to Logan so he could show Logan on the thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how much awareness do you got in the middle of the air?
You mean he turned it to show Roman?
Yeah, show Roman. In the middle of it, like,
you said Logan.
Right here, and I'm like, how do you keep the phone in your hand? Focus, jump.
That's a testament to fucking. He's taking this serious because that's real body control, yo. Like,
he doing
just to be able to. That kid put on a fucking show.
Ronda the other day.
Highly entertained.
So he doing the thing that I complained about Ronda the other day. You remember I was saying Ronda don't commit to moves because she like she's scared to get hurt. Like she half steps like a certain move. Like
so you mean he does the opposite?
Yeah, she does it. Like Logan was full.
You mean he does the op?
Yeah, of Ronda. Ronda will stop.
Did you see that, bro? Did you see that fucking snap? That waist grab fucking suplex that he did on Roman? Fucking picture perfect, full rotation from face to back, all the way down, and then sold the exhaustion and didn't go for the cover beautifully. Bruh, this kid even has in-ring psychology. He showed everything we want in a fucking top guy. Logan Paul showed us he can do it. Maybe not as good as Roman Reigns or John Cena or fucking The Undertaker or fucking any other legend, but I mean, how did I not mention HBK? But either way, bro, that kid just showed us that he can do every part of this business at 3 matches in.
The only thing he doesn't do well is
where's the limit on the potential that he just showed us?
He doesn't talk as well, but his brother can talk very well. But his brother work punches, he work. But
I think
he improved vastly, by the way, in his talking. From the promo we saw from the table.
The talking's one thing.
Yeah, but in ring, he just clicks. I don't know.
Yeah, but he, bro, as famous as he is, he could have a. And if he's coming off as a baby face, I'd almost have it better that he couldn't talk.
Bro, he really people want to hate him, Gerald. I'm gonna let you.
He showcased every part of the game. The thing I didn't like, he was too vocal in the ring with it though. That was one of the he was trying to talk to the camera so much. I don't know if that might have been part of the psychology he was trying to put across, like sort of show that he isn't this polished up.
I think it's because Roman was doing it, so he's trying to do what Roman do. Because Roman would talk to him.
Okay. Well, yeah, but it's different.
Spiral moment.
That shit was golden. Yeah. Bruh. But you got to think Roman's in a different place right now. But like I said, I said all that just to say, if Logan Paul ever decides that he wants to wrestle full time, there'd be no way to argue with it.
He showed he's a main eventer, Jarret.
I believe the next avenue he has to go is
without a doubt.
It has to be that them versus the Usos, and that's going to be something to see.
But do we know if his brothers? I don't know if Jake.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
I don't know if Jake Paul's good in the ring though.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
I don't know if Jake Paul's good in the ring. I would rather see him. I know the Usos. The Usos versus the Pauls, that's big money, but I would rather see him in a tag team with a vet against the Usos. Like, give me Sami Zayn. Give me Sami Zayn and fucking Logan Paul versus the Usos. Or find him another single match. If we find out Jake can wrestle, then they should do this tomorrow.
Yeah. I say if Logan can get Hurricane Helms to train Jake too, then maybe we have something. Have Jake versus Jimmy or Jay at Royal Rumble to set that up.
Yeah. He already called him out. He said the pussos, basically what he called him.
So very pussy.
By the way, they did something in that match tour that was very odd.
Yeah, he called him the pussos. I was like, ooh.
They did something awkward.
Like that's almost racist, Jake Paul.
But Jarret, I want to get Jarret's thoughts on this. Solo came out, and the security came only for Solo. And they didn't get no one else. I'm like, I see the vision. You don't want him to either get knocked out, or you don't want him to knock Jake out, because Jake just beat Anderson Silva a week ago. He not finna take a fall. Mm-hmm. And you not going Solo has been a monster in the ring, so y'all not gonna hurt Solo.
Did y'all watch that fight though?
Anderson Silva, yeah. Jake
did y'all see Jake versus Anderson?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
bruh, that was actually a good fight.
It was.
Yeah, Jake, bro. When Jake stood in and let Anderson hit him with an 11 hit combo. I counted the punches. I paused, went back, rewound, and counted. He hit that nigga with an 11 hit combo in like the third or fourth round, and Jake ate that shit.
He did. But like I said, they protected Solo. Security didn't stop nobody. Mike and George was getting super kicked to security, not nowhere. But when Solo come out, security got to be. I'm like, why ain't y'all getting Jake or anybody else from this match? Why only Solo? But I get it. It's to make sure neither one of them hit each other, because neither one of them.
I'm surprised that Mike can sell. Mike and
George sold his soul.
Yeah, George sold his ass off. But George is a comedian, so I feel like comedians can do that shit. But I was surprised at how well Mike sold that fucking super kick from fucking Jimmy. I was like, oh shit.
I'm laughing at Mike's, because Mike's like curled like a baby when he got kicked. He's like,
yeah, he went into a fetal position.
I was like, what is that?
That's why I liked it though. It's the oversell. It's the oversell, bro. I fucked with it.
George fully went head first on the mat, like, I'm gonna sell this all the way. I'm like, shout out to Jake need to work on his work punches.
Shout out to George. Shout out to George for taking that bump to the outside. Did you see?
Yeah, on the
yep,
rail.
That's how you know.
Yeah. Jake Paul is not rigging his fight, because that work punch was absolutely atrocious. That work punch was horrible to her.
Yeah, his work punches are garbage.
Yeah, but that's how you know he ain't faking no fights, my guy.
It was bad. It was just bad. All
punches look like that. I don't know what to tell you. That is not a good sign. Logan on his torn ACL jumps out of the ring. Well, I don't know if it's torn ACL.
Yeah,
I'm hoping it's not torn ACL. That was impressive.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets recovered and gets back in there.
I'm praying it's not an ACL.
I'm trying to see another Logan Paul match. I didn't know I would be saying that in 2022, but I'm trying to see another Logan.
Gerald, I want to get your thoughts on this, Gerald, and then Tori can come in. I had the thought that I'm hoping that if it's something torn, I hope it's the MCL and he can get back for WrestleMania. And I'm like, I wouldn't mind Logan Paul and Bray Wyatt while Bray like, you don't belong here, and he's in this like psychotic mode he's in now. And he tried, cause I want Bray far away.
This nigga is full blown fantasy booking right now. This nigga is full blown fantasy booking. I'm here for it, Zelmay. Do your thing. You're an author. I expect it from you.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, 2-time author, but yeah, I want him to go in. He's in a psychotic mode. Like if he's on, he told the poor announcer Gerald that, hey, you interrupted me. I want to smash your head into this cement block. I hate myself for what I'm thinking. Just imagine him and Logan doing that and being creeped out by a stalker, crazy Bray Wyatt for like 3 months. Because with Bray, he don't have to like wrestle till he fully healed until April. So if it's an MCL, it'd be 4 months? That's November, December, January. I mean, December, January, February, and March. So it'd be back by March. And they got, April 10th and 11th, right? So in the last 2 months, with Bray, you don't have to do something. You could just be pure mind game. And you don't have to really like go out there and
he's got to have a match soon. He's got to have a match soon, though.
So, yeah, we need to see him go in the ring. That's my only thing. Like Bray has to have.
Because these promos, just having him do infinite promos is what stalled out his fucking juice last time, in my opinion.
Yeah,
does he gotta? I don't even know if it's necessarily. I just need to be physical. I need something physical. That's what.
Just throw him a squash match, bro. I'm not talking about. He doesn't have to go and He doesn't have to go and wrestle Seth for the fucking United States title or no shit like that. I mean, just put him in there with Mustafa Ali or somebody fucking. You know what I mean? Somebody that's good.
I don't know about Mustafa. He got some issues right now that he trying to bring to the light with Braun Strowman.
Yeah, he trying to. Hey, I'm here for it. That's a funny matchup.
I am too.
He said, "Nigga, don't you work in catering?" I was like, "Damn." I was like, Braun said Mustafa Ali works in catering.
But Braun, I don't get. He said he's working, but I'm like, you're a babyface now. I don't know if that's a good word. Shouldn't you do this when you're here?
I don't know. Because if Seth is a babyface right now where he's beefing with Mustafa, that'd make Mustafa a heel, and so Braun would be beefing with the heel.
But Braun is a face in terms, but he's beefing with the whole roster.
I mean, he beefing with IWC right now because everybody attacked Braun.
Yeah, that's who he's really beefing with.
I hated that he said everything we all said Logan Paul match was better. It was flipping. Yeah, he was. That nigga was tripping, bro. But I do want to give him props because apparently he is the only person that almost can have that I've seen almost have a decent match with. They said Omos been working though. They just ain't been letting him show it. He just been working in the PC, doing them squash matches too to get like certain things down. So I see what they're probably better too if you just did that and just let them get time to work. Instead of like just throwing them out there and looking bad. Mm-hmm. By the way, he looks impressive.
Which is what Vince did.
He looks impressive just in general. To make Braun Strowman look small is an incredible feat. That's an incredible feat. But as we saw, Will Ospreay gave Logan Paul. Yeah, Omos is huge. Yeah. But as we saw, Will Ospreay gave Logan Paul.
If he was buffer. If he was buffer, it'd be outrageous.
I want to get Jarret's thoughts on this too.
Yeah,
Will Ospreay gave Logan credit. John Cena.
I mean, he worked his ass off, yo.
That's respect, Jarret. Not only people in your company, the other companies are watching you like this is crazy. Your third match, this kid doing this, I'm like, that's impressive. Will Ospreay is like a lot of people's best wrestler in the world right now. And he's like, this is sick.
Logan Paul deserved everything.
The argument's definitely there.
Yeah, he deserved everything. I'm not going to give him the best celebrity we've had yet. Oh, we lost Tori. But I'm not going to give him the best celebrity we have yet. because I feel that Pat.
Am I back?
You're back.
Okay.
I still have to give the crown right now to Pat McAfee for what he's been able to do on the commentary and in the ring.
I don't know. I think Logan's better in the ring than Pat.
I think he's better. But Pat McAfee.
You're not talking about everything.
Pat McAfee will talk circles around Logan Paul.
Non-stop, I think overall that's what you're talking about. Just all around.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, Logan Paul can go in the ring more. But Pat McAfee impressed me.
But that's not to take nothing away, because Pat hit a fucking moonsault off the top of the War Games cage. Don't forget.
Yeah. He also jumped and threw Adam Cole across the ring with a superplex.
Yep.
I mean,
Pat McAfee versus Logan Paul.
It's the match I was thinking about. That's the match I'm thinking.
That could be fucking fire.
I mean, that would be nuts.
They've both got legends under their belt in matches.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, damn. Pat McAfee's got Vince McMahon, and
he got Roman.
He got Vince McMahon's last match. Logan just wrestled Roman, who is without a doubt going to go down as one of the GOATs.
I think that match is the match that could really be huge. I
can't not agree with you. There's no way that Logan Paul versus Pat McAfee doesn't do a sick pay-per-view buy.
Nuts. I mean, podcasts and woof, man. I'd be
the Pat McAfee show impulsive crossover, bruh. That podcast to be there. You think we'd probably get like a little matches of their crew, Mike and George versus the niggas that be with fucking
Connor and Ty.
Yeah, them niggas start throwing down at the joint podcast before the match happens.
Tone Diggs is not getting in the ring, so we ain't talking about Tone Diggs.
Well, no, I'm talking about they do this on the podcast leading up to the actual match. They do like a joint podcast, and then they have them four niggas go at it as like a
George
prelude.
Would be so entertaining.
Bruh, it could be lit. Jared, you might have that's a $1 million idea. They couldn't possibly pull it off. But when's Pat coming back? Because I know he's been on a little break.
January, college football.
Okay, so
it's crazy because
how many more matches do we have? Do we know how many more matches Logan is in on this contract since he's done 3 of them?
He said he added more, so I don't know.
I mean,
because Gerald's done planted that seed, and bruh, I really want to see that match. Pat McAfee versus Logan Paul would be a fucking banger.
It would be awesome. I swear it'd be amazing.
And all of you IWC niggas' favorite wrestlers would be in awe because they're not built like that.
Exactly.
The biggest draw to pay-per-view is 2 non-wrestlers. That would kill the IWC.
They'd be so sad. And and what would make it worse is that it would be fucking amazing in ring. And it would let Dave Meltzer come out and give that motherfucker a 4-star. Niggas is gonna be jumping off the roofs.
He gave Logan and Roman today a 4.5.
F's in the chat. Niggas is down. IWC niggas down bad.
Logan has only had 3 4-star matches. He ain't had none of the matches below 3, 4.
Exactly. Because the kid is good, bro.
He's good, and don't nobody expect it.
And I'm not trying to be funny because I know we talked about with the cell phone earlier, bro. He reminds me of Austin Theory, bro. Like Austin he legitimately
so good. I'm glad
he reminds me of fucking Austin Theory.
Match of the week is hard this week, by the way. I want everybody to
know. You weren't gonna give it to Seth and Austin Theory?
That's one of them, but
that was mine.
I love Gunther and Rey Mysterio so much.
I watched that shit like 3 times.
Little man, big man was perfect. Rey Mysterio without Dom and Dom without Rey just worked. Getting them away from each other was perfect.
They had to split them up.
Had to.
But niggas go back and look. We've said this back in episodes past that they needed to split them up.
And they working so cool. Ray doing his little guy underdog thing now without having to deal with his son being around.
And at 47 years old, niggas better quit playing. Rey Mysterio, that's all I could think about when I was watching that match with him and Gunther. This nigga is 47 years old.
And then
still.
And then toward back-to-back, Gerald, Shibuda and Orange Cassidy came right after that. If you
Shibata is so, bro. But Shibata, I want to know how all these wrestlers keep getting cleared for AEW when they weren't cleared for anywhere else.
Well, he only wrestled AEW the last 5 years, ain't he? He had one other match with somebody else, but
Shibata. I thought Shibata wrestled in Stardom not too long ago. I might be wrong. Or New Japan. I thought he might have been in, but I just knew that
Dave said he only wrestled in one other match. I think, but Dave could be wrong. Dave lies sometimes.
They do.
But I just know that there was a long time where he was out, and I'm not trying to say anything, but I've noticed that a lot of these wrestlers that are in AEW right now, a lot of them are wrestlers that couldn't get cleared to wrestle in like WWE or New Japan. Look at Bryan Danielson. Look at Saraya. Look at fucking Shibata. I mean, I'm sure if we wanted to go and look at the roster, we could possibly find some more. But it's just, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. And that just sort of stood out to me because I love Shibata and I'm never going to turn down. Y'all niggas know I don't fuck with Orange Cassidy like that. I mean, he can go in the ring. I just feel like the gimmick's gotten stale. And he keeps on ruining fucking Jefferson Airplane songs for me. And that's not okay. That's my acid music. I don't think about Orange when I'm tripping on acid. I want to think
going back to the Logan Paul situation.
That's beside the point.
But we're gonna talk about the match of the week later. Going back to Logan Paul, every time we do this, everything we praise Sammy, we praise everybody. Roman Reigns is consistently in the middle of every one of these.
I mean,
well, I don't think we have to. We all acknowledge the tribal chief.
Yeah, we don't.
I don't feel like we have to say it. Like I feel like it goes without saying. Whatever Roman's doing at this point in time, he's murdering it.
The only way Vince going because they got stale. That's the only time they got stale with Vince in.
Yeah. But they're keeping because he's not playing it as sadistic as he was. Now we're getting this warm fan. We saw the sadistic build to where he had to be cold to bring his family into the fold of the bloodline. Now we're seeing, the bloodline's on top. This is the good days. These are the halcyon days. You know what I mean? This is where it's the brightest.
We saw something interesting that's the start of the end, Tor. When Roman almost lost at the end of the Logan Paul match, this is why I want to get into it. He started crying. And Roman, we acknowledge you. I'm like, Paul haven't been in church. We acknowledge you, my tribal chief. We acknowledge you. We do this. Should I risk getting the channel? But I want to show it, be like, we acknowledge you. And Roman Reigns grabbed the belt and start crying on the belt. And then he turned around. Nobody will ever take this from me. He got like a tear down his eye. And I'm like, I feel like and then even before that, he was like, I don't never want to see him again. He don't belong here. And he was like scared like this. I don't never want to see him again. He should never.
So you think? Well, here's the thing. We all know it has to end at some point in time, and we're getting closer and closer to Cody being back.
And I want him to consistently almost lose it because even when he did that lucky punch, that 2.9, he's so good at it.
Hey, can we keep it a stack? Logan Paul has a super amazing work punch, like opposite from his brother. Yeah. If we were talking about how bad Jake's work punch is, that's how good Logan's was. I was like, but I noticed him trying to do like the homages in the match, like he hit the buckshot lariat, and then he tried to hit a phenomenal forearm, but for some reason, Michael Cole. Cool, but for some reason, Michael Cole called it a Superman punch for some reason. When he, I thought it was cool. No, but I'm just saying. I think it's cool. He went for these homages because, like, then he went to hit the Sweet Chin Music. He literally used the moves of all the people that we've seen that he had been training with leading up to this. Besides Hangman, I think it was just a shot. But we know he's trained with AJ, and we know he's trained with HBK, and he did both of their moves, though he might have botched them both a little bit. the botch was more on Michael Cole's part, because if he'd have called it a phenomenal forearm, no one would have thought differently, but he called it a Superman punch, and now people are like, that was a weird-looking Superman punch.
True. Yeah. But I'm uploading the image right now.
I thought it was a perfect phenomenal forearm.
Look how beautiful this. I need to take the Just a Fan out and I'm gonna get the real. I'm just get the picture.
Oh, you're talking. I was okay. That's the one where he hits him out of the air, right?
Yeah, when he jumped into it.
Okay, no, I'm talking about the one where Logan actually connects. He was trying to do the phenomenal forearm, but fucking Michael Cole called it a Superman punch. So people were like, that was a funny looking Superman punch. That right there is him hitting going to try and hit a Superman punch.
One of the best images of the year. Besides this post, that Survivor Series poster. That's,
bro. Look, they literally had the Batman v Superman image up right next to this. I'm like,
it was a.
I'm like, this is
that's top notch production. Mm-hmm. That's what happens.
That's Triple H's, wrestling now. That's what you get. Like, you don't get, Drake Maverick peeing.
Nope. Thank God.
Man, it's Lord.
But I just got to give Roman credit for stuff, man.
We ain't
bruh. He's been in God mode.
Like ever since he speared Bray Wyatt the first time.
Yep, ever since he came in and speared Bray Wyatt and Goldberg, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they got to have that match.
Mm-hmm.
I do like something they did, Tori, that was amazing to me. Bray Wyatt right now is talking about the mask. And the first thing Roman did was he's like, I don't need a mask anymore. And then the Uncle Howdy's like, just never take the mask off. The first thing Roman did when he got back was, you're a freak in a mask.
Yep.
That's all you are, a freak in a mask. And I'm like, are they playing as the long game story? Because the first thing he did tell him, and now all of a sudden Bray don't want to wear a mask. I know I'm fantasy booking again, but it fits, bro. Because we barely saw Bray after that.
I know, but we
don't see
the clock is running now. They can't just keep on doing these promos because they're going to get stale. He has to get in ring soon. Because this last one he did last Friday, it was cool, but now I'm starting to feel like I need to see you do action now.
Yeah, just progress the story.
Got to. We can have the promos, but I need to see him hurt somebody. He needs to. I need him to have an active conflict with somebody that has a corporeal form.
Shout out to my cuz right there. That's that McCullum name. You see her? Shout out to Ohio out there. But yeah, Roman is a top notch. He on the hit, bro. The guy. The images this year, when you think about it, is gonna be of stuff Roman did, from the Brock Lesnar flipping over the thing Roman's involved to the greatest celebrity match we ever had. Roman's involved.
Mm-hmm.
It just
Roman's coming up on he's almost 800 days in, yo.
Yeah. And we got the Uso this Friday. Going against the New Day. The New Day, this is our last shot to not take our title, which is a simple story that you can easily use and put in.
Oh, well. Yeah.
Easy. Like, hey, I don't want you breaking my streak. So we're going to wrestle Friday. And if you win, you break it. If you don't, you don't. Against the team that owns it. I love it. I'm excited for it. They don't never miss. No matter how many times they wrestle.
Regardless. Yeah, they've never had a bad match. Usos and New Day. Yeah, that's all I think we good.
Anything else on the bloodline, Gerald, before we get off? Anything else you want to say?
Sami Zayn. And that's all.
Sami Uso.
Sami Uso, you right.
Are you feeling Usi, Tori?
Usi.
I'm mad Usi. I got my inner Usi all over the place. It's mad Usi.
Yo, you see, Tori, you see your boy Jim Cornette say Sami Zayn his favorite wrestler right now.
Yeah. I was like, that's Usi, nigga. That's how you know it's lit. When Jim's like, here's my favorite person to watch on TV.
Jim
Cornette. And then Sami said, and he's like, even though El Generico was stupid and I hate everything about it, And then he was like, and then Sammy like, my dog? Put a question mark.
Yeah, he said my dog.
Like,
Sammy is killing it right now.
He's on a level, and the perfect person doing with is Roman Reigns, who was on that level too. And Jey Uso can act too, by the way.
But I feel bad. I feel like Jimmy's sort of getting left by the wayside here.
He got to show them acting chops, bro. Like, you in the storyline where they acting now.
And the same with Solo though. Like, you just got brought up. You gotta.
But the Solo don't have to speak because his role is like, I'm just gonna be the dude that beat up people. So Jimmy has to do more. Jimmy's like the dude that Sammy does the cool handshake with, and then they forget him in the corner. Like, after you do the handshake, go over the we have the performance. And Solo just looks mean. That's all you have to do because I'm the enforcer. And if anybody come in, I'd beat them up. Yo, Saudi Arabia was yelling for Sami Zayn. Saudi
Arabia. Which is crazy because that nigga was born in Palestine.
He don't.
or Syria, whichever you want to call it. I'm not up to date on my bad. I know that.
So
formerly Palestine.
He was allowed in the country, and they said MVP wasn't allowed either. So that's why he didn't show. But he ain't allowed for different. But I think his is for felonies. No, it ain't. He said one for felonies. He's a former Muslim, according to the.
Okay. Former. But I think it's if you're aware remotely of the politics of the Middle East, you understand why Sami Zayn wouldn't want to go to Saudi Arabia.
And I can understand that if you go against the country's religion, you probably shouldn't go either. Especially in those type of countries that they don't appreciate.
Yeah.
You breaking I think anybody else could be in there, but
one thing I can say about Saudi Arabia, I was surprised how well they got behind Bayley and Bianca, because that's one of the best women's matches, even though there was all the garbage and all the weapons and everything. I'm willing to put that as the best female hardcore match I've ever seen, damn near. I find name a better women's hardcore match. I think that was better
just
than
hardcore, just like any extreme movie.
Any Extreme Rules, I think it's better than both Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa's. I think that what Bayley and fucking Bianca did is better than that.
Are we including Hell in the Cells?
Are you talking about Sasha and
Sasha and Charlotte or Sasha and Becky?
Yeah, I was about to say Sasha and Becky was a mean one. Sasha and Becky was mean. I didn't think about that. I was trying to give Tony's girls a little bit of shine to be like, yeah, Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker were good. But no, when we start to think, man, Becky and Charlotte, shit. But no, I love what Bianca and Bayley did with that match, bro.
By the way, watching that match back, Gerald, and watching Liv and Ronda. And look at these chair shots night and day. Look at the chair shots compared to the other one. And Bayley. She took the KOD, moved the chair, and I'm like, bro, if Bayley was a man, that would have been the worst move in history.
Yeah.
Because she took the KOD between the legs on the chair.
All I can say, shout out to them full body suits because they had Bayley's ass looking stupid. Stupid.
But shout out to black women because Bayley drove that car so slow and Bianca full on sprinted on that ball.
Why is it every time I compliment a woman of a different race, we have to automatically give a shout out to black women? No offense, black women. I'm just saying.
I was just thinking about the driving part because I was making fun of Bayley driving super slow, and then Bianca got in there and drove full speed on her. And you can see it on Bianca's face, Joe, on that little picture. She said, Bianca was like, I'm finna drive. I'm like, she gonna kill me.
She had her foot on the gas, nigga.
I'm like, at first I thought she was going full speed to the ring. Like, you gonna kill her for real, dog? I don't think you meant to go full speed.
Had shades of Roman Reigns with Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, is it gonna happen again?
And it don't have to be edited.
It was such a good match.
That KOD was so nasty. If that was a man, he would be in the hospital right now. That it went right between the legs, right on the chair side. I'm like, hurt my thing.
Yeah.
But I'm glad Bayley good. And then the ending was clever. Be Trapper in the thing. I like that.
Yeah.
Omos and Braun Strowman was decent, which I thought it was going to be absolutely
most surprising match of the weekend, though.
It was.
Because I was ready for that to be straight fucking garbage, and it was decent. It was. I didn't hate it. It was, for lack of a better terms, it was a mid card match with giants. But they put it in the right place on the card. It wasn't fucking in any super honorary place. It was just there, and it did the job. They didn't have to go super overboard with it. They let those two big men work, and I'll be goddamned, we got a decent match out of it that no one looks stupid in. And Omos even took the L, and he's still okay.
He dominated the match, and then he got caught slipping. And that's
exactly.
That's an easy story to tell. Yeah.
I'm big, I'm strong. He didn't do his stance, though, Jarret.
Come on.
I'm looking for the stance, man. Come on. I need hammer time one more time. Hammer time.
I ain't gonna lie. When they were facing off, I had the Shades of Prison Warfare meme go off in my head. I was like, damn. I was like, it's a straight prison fight. Just the two biggest niggas on the yard about to beat the shit out of each other.
The match I was most disappointed in was Karrion Kross and Drew. I don't know. It's something about them that don't click.
I just didn't like the ending. I always hate the race down the cage.
Yeah, I think that.
I just don't like it. I felt like we would have. I agree, because I feel like we should have got more. I feel like this should have been a feud that we talked about a lot more than we have. Like Karrion Kross versus Drew McIntyre sounds like top tier match.
The thing is, I don't think it was bad. It just wasn't what I hoped it would be.
I'll tell y'all the truth.
It just needed to be better.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, these two good wrestlers, why are they not? It's just sometimes it just don't click. I get
it. And it's not even two good. This is two amazing wrestlers. Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross are top tier, in my opinion. Anyway,
I don't think their styles mesh well.
That very well could be it. The whole mind game thing where fucking Drew McIntyre is just knock your fucking teeth out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of nothing. And I'm like, okay, he's supposed to be the afraid dude that put fear in people. I'm like,
Hey, did they finally? I wasn't paying attention. Did they finally let Drew McIntyre put away the sword that was named after his mother? Or does he still come to the ring with the sword?
Sometimes he comes with it, but most of the time he don't.
Okay. Because I know that was a Vince thing. And I thought that shit was so stupid. Get rid of the sword, goddammit. Or at least you leave it for freaking pay-per-views. Bring your sword to pay-per-views.
To dissect both of them, Drew McIntyre lost a lot of momentum after losing to Roman in his hometown.
Yeah, that sacrificial.
Can't lose. Like, you can't have him
lose
like that. So it's like,
well, apparently you can, because they had him lose.
Yeah, I'm talking about pin wise. You can. That's why all the matches haven't been pins. It's all like we have this weird stipulation, and we're gonna spray you in the eyes, and we're gonna do all kind of janky stuff so you don't lose clean. And it's
goddamn weird.
It's fireballs. The most Vince book thing out of all of it. It's the Vince booking style that we hate it.
But it's crazy because Triple H brought him back. Vince fired Karrion Kross, and Triple H brought him back. Because I know if you go back and look at any, but go look at any Karrion Kross run pre WWE. I mean, you look at his NXT run. Look at his freaking run on Lucha Underground as the White Rabbit. Like, bro.
Man, I think he's good. I just don't. Him and Drew just didn't click. That's all. Yeah. It's okay. Sometimes it be like that.
If it wasn't for Roman, I would turn Drew heel. Drew would.
That is true, but
there's too many heels. There's too many heels, Gerald.
I mean,
there's too many heels, dog. I understand Drew would make an amazing heel, but you got Bray. You got Bray. I'm still keeping Bray in the heel category.
It's gonna be hard to sell him as
even though he's babyface to the crowd right now. He's gonna do some diabolical shit, hopefully, or he's gonna work a program with himself.
Yeah.
What if it's Bo Dallas under the mask?
I think it is.
By the way, like I said, the internet detectives did show the earring that Bo Dallas always wears when he's not around. He was the mask. The
and like,
was wearing the earring.
And like we talked about, that mask is like a dead ringer. It looks like somebody cut the freaking. You guys know Blackjack Mulligan, the wrestler back in the day. Mm-hmm. He's Bray Wyatt's uncle, like in real life. Wyndham Rotunda, freaking Mike Rotunda. I'm pretty sure that's his name. But that mask literally looks like it was modeled after his uncle. Like they put a still of the mask of Uncle Howdy up to Blackjack Mulligan back in the day. Real, there's no mistake that shit. Like that's who the mask was modeled to look like. It had to be, or that's the weirdest accident ever. And I don't see that happening with Bray. Yeah, that mask does. Do you guys think the mask accidentally looked like his uncle?
I think intentional. They're very intentional and deliberate with Bray. I think they intentionally doing that.
And then they brought up his family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna bring his uncle in.
Oh no, I think it's just a mask represent. But they said according to Dave Meltzer, they have hired Bo Dallas is supposed to be back. So
B Team Revival, let's go,
Lord.
Y'all niggas remember the B Team?
Yeah. And Vincent now been there too, so no telling what's going on with that. I don't know.
Vincent don't say that. Vince was just there to get some more hush money. He was like, "Hey, I need about."
I said Vincent. Vincent, that's the righteous.
Oh, I thought you meant Vince.
Vince on a date with some woman, and they taking pictures of him, so he busy.
Yeah, and he still ain't. I wonder when him and Linda are gonna announce their divorce or whatever, or is she just don't care and she's just letting this nigga. They got too much money. They got too much money mixed up together, and Linda's been a senator and all that shit. He's scared to leave.
He's on a date with another lady right now. Shout out to Vince. But shout out to the Usos for every time they get in the ring putting on bangers. Even though I heard Jay got a broken right wrist. So
hopefully no surgery will be needed.
Yeah, I broke my wrist. I didn't need it, but they can still do the Freebird. And if the Usos complain about them doing Freebird, technically they be like, y'all Freebirded, then y'all reign of them days.
I was about to say, and that's it's not out of the ordinary. We've seen it many a times in WWE. They're not afraid to Freebird a title if they have a faction. They did it with DX back in the day. They did it with the actual Freebirds. I mean, that's why we call it a free bird, but they could definitely do it, and it would add some depth to the story of was it Jay or Jimmy that got hurt though?
Jay.
Oh, that works the story perfectly. Are we sure it's for real? Because it sounds like a work right now. It could be. It sounds like a work right now.
But Michael Cole said it on the thing, and nobody reported it, so I don't know, it might just be a work.
I was about to say, because if they freebird him in for Jay, that adds so much to the story. How does Jay feel seeing fucking Sammy carrying the belt with his brother while he's out of action? Bruh, that could be top tier.
So many directions.
It's gonna be good when it ends. When they turn on Sam, it's gonna be the most incredible thing ever, bro. It's gonna that reaction and booze gonna go.
Oh, crazy. It's gonna be horrible.
And I can see why Roman would do it too. Like, how dare y'all love Sammy more than me? Because his whole character is based on insecurity.
You're not wrong,
and it works.
That's what I'm saying. His whole gimmick is acknowledge me. It's based on insecurity. This whole character is based on insecurity, so it's an easy story to tell. Like, why does people love Sam? And even then, before that, like, y'all don't deserve Sammy. It's like you can see the annoyance. I'm like, anytime they can pull that trigger. And the Usos so good. Solo is so good. The whole family good. Ava can cut a promo and schism. She's better than everybody except for Joe Gacy and cutting promo. But except for Joe Gacy, we hate him because he sounds like Bray.
Yeah. He's just too close to But I've watched a little more. Like, he seems like he's okay in the ring, and he can cut a promo. And I mean, the grizzled young veterans are
good in the ring.
I was gonna say the grizzled young veterans are an amazing tag team.
It's just hard to do a cult gimmick when Bray around.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like trying to do a monster gimmick when Andre the Giant's on the roster.
How y'all feel about Brock and Bobby?
That was the last match we was going to talk about. Well, the tag
team. I liked it, honestly. The ending just threw me a little bit.
I get why they did it. Bobby dominates. He's want to beat up Brock so bad he doesn't let go of the hold. Brock gets the lucky win. He beats him up. Set up for the third match at WrestleMania or something. Probably some weird stipulation. Best three.
3 stages of hell.
Yeah, 3 stages of hell. Have something crazy like that, and they do it and have
an Iron Man match. We ain't seen a good Iron Man match in a minute.
Wow. Yeah, and both of them are in tier top shape. So
yeah, I was about to say both of them niggas are.
Yeah,
they could.
Those are the New Days cutting down. They couldn't win. Great promo right now against each other.
Hey, can we be honest? Does it? Can you? It might just be me, but I don't think I like the New Day as much without Big E.
It's tough.
I think the gimmick really just getting old, bro. I'm just being honest. Yeah. And Big E to that type of gimmick, like, because Kofi and Creed are not as positive.
Because every time,
Big E is like a dude that you expect to throw pancakes out of his underwear. Like, so if you got,
but no, what I'm saying is, it's every time their music hits, you hear his voice, and it reminds you of him, and then it shows you. It's like a big pointer at what they're lacking. You know what I mean? And I've got nothing against Xavier Woods or Kofi Kingston. They're both amazing wrestlers, future Hall of Famers guaranteed. It's just either they gotta do something, because like at least me anyways, I notice it. Like, Big E added what made the New Day pop for me.
But they couldn't a promo right now talking about we had to be positive and preach positivity, but we did, and nobody can overcome that with the people that was in charge. So they kind of trying to do something different, trying to, like, we earn this type of thing right now with the Usos, and it's like a dope promo that people into. But when they do that little positive thing, it's hard without Big E, because without the big giant dude throwing pancakes out his underwear, that gimmick kind of doesn't hit the same.
Big E had the most positivity out of all of them, and honestly, he had the biggest ceiling out of all of them. And it's sad that an accident, happened like that, because he was slated to do big things.
Which is, and I go back to that. You know what? I haven't seen another person do a fucking over the head suplex on the outside since that shit happened. I've not seen another single.
I probably wouldn't want nobody to do it.
I haven't seen Ridge Holland do another one since then either, thankfully.
Yeah, the only person that probably trust to do it would be Brock Lesnar at this point.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody you know is going to get you up and over all the way. But see, I don't know, because you'd think that would have been Ridge Holland, because he's a fucking brick house, like, he's diesel as fuck. But
I'm just talking about Brock got experience doing that move a lot too.
Well, yeah,
that's his moveset. Like,
suplexes are Brock's wheelhouse.
You don't do no other move.
But I just mean that belly to belly, though. Overhead belly to belly is just so dangerous, because if you don't rotate all the way, you're gonna land on your head just like Big E.
Exactly. And no matter how strong Ridge was, Taz was talking about it. Like, it's a way you do it, and Ridge was just very, very green trying that move.
Yeah.
Like,
and I hate it more because it was a nothing move. It wasn't gonna change the outcome of the match. It was just something for show. And why are we doing moves as dangerous as that? Save that shit for when you're in the ring, to where there's at least some sort of protection. Fucking don't just throw that shit willy-nilly out. Now it could be the last time we saw Big E. He got hit with the belly to belly on a random SmackDown, and that was the last match he ever had. But that's not to shit on Ridge Holland, because I think him and Pete Dunne have amazing chemistry. That match with the Usos was super good. Like, just dope.
Why Jimmy like the fun one in the group, and he just like have fun. I noticed that in this whole, even in this promo, like Jay and Solo, like we don't have fun, and Jimmy like, oh, I'm gonna play the drums with Matt Riddle shit. But Solo, I'm gonna tell y'all this before we get off and go to AEW for a little bit on this show, actually, and actually mention that Solo wrestles just like his dad when he was younger. Go watch a Rikishi match and tell me they ain't the carbon copy.
Oh, exact. Yeah,
that could be a good thing.
We're not talking. And by the way, for the fans that's young, we're not talking about big Rikishi. We talking about
no,
when he was
like wild Samoans.
Yeah.
Rikishi.
He wrestles just like him, and it's incredible. I'm like, I don't remember.
Well, that's that Samoan style, though. That's how the Usos used to wrestle when they first came in.
Yeah.
Fucking, they wrestled a lot like that.
Yeah.
They were also a lot more portly.
Yeah. Except for Solo do a little bit more of the power moves with he do more, like that's why I say Rikishi more too, because Rikishi did more power moves.
Hey, Solo got a sick ass Samoan drop on him. He just be hiking them niggas in the air when he hits that shit.
Solo remind me of Umaga.
Yeah, another member of the bloodline.
Exactly.
R.I.P.
That's the one I miss. That's the one I miss the most. I mean,
I miss Yokozuna so much, bro. Because Yokozuna was part of me. Like, I remember being a little ass baby, like fucking watching pay-per-view, fucking seeing Yokozuna versus the Undertaker. Shit gave me nightmares, yo.
Yeah, I was scared to death of Yoko. But I didn't like him. I was like, I know.
Rosie was good in the ring too, even though his gimmick was like the superhero.
But think about all the people who say they got Yokozuna's fucking the bonsai drop, and they said he did that shit, and you would never you'd think it would kill you, and they said it was just as gentle as could be, but look devastating.
It looked devastating
because the bonsai drop is one of the sickest finishers, like coming from Yokozuna, bruh. Mm-hmm. The Bloodline's just nasty. They produce ridiculous wrestlers. Now they just need to get Jacob Fatu over there, and they got one of the best fucking. They will have one of the best factions in wrestling history.
The best faction, and
you have Jacob, and keep Sammy too, but you bring in Jacob Fatu, bruh. Shoot! Call the coroner. You might have just dethroned DX.
Four Horsemen is good at promos already. I can't wait to see what she gets doing, nigga.
Yeah, I want to see her wrestle though. That's what I'm here for.
She can talk. That's what I've been. She's really good at talking.
She can talk. She's The Rock's daughter. She better be fucking good at talking.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And she does the thing The Rock did when he first got in, where he like enunciates. But I'm like, so when it just gets more natural to her in front of the audience, she gonna be cutting scathing promos. Because it's already good, but you can tell she's just not getting used to it. But she still talks well, like it's no stutter, there's no hesitation. All the talk.
Yeah, I was about to say she probably done took a public speaking class or two. You know how they do at private schools.
Yeah, but when she start getting in that bag, when she just can go off the cuff, it's gonna be gonna be special. At least at talking. Like I said, we don't have a clue. I don't have a clue if she's gonna be able to wrestle. But talking wise, I can like, yeah, she's gonna be good like her daddy at the middle. So I don't know if she'll be good as her daddy, but she's gonna be good at talking like her dad. But so I'm looking forward to the Bloodline and everything they got coming, and maybe we get Sasha Banks is wrestling with in Mexico, not in events, but in like the things. And she said she got an announcement this month. War Games is coming up, so and it's in Boston. So and she said something big is happening this month. So we will see. I'm looking forward to seeing what they got going on. Let's get into some AEW. I know this ain't been a very AEW show. We gotta get out of here soon. We ain't gonna stay on here too long. Jeff Jarrett's at AEW. I'm like, is this looking very TNA?
A wild slapnuts has appeared.
Jarrett, I want to know your thoughts. Is this WCW TNA-ish? We're just like
see, and Jeff Jarrett coming, New Japan stars who are very, very good in the ring, but to the American audience who hasn't seen New Japan, we don't know who. Like, like Shibata. You know,
yeah, I saw a lot of niggas didn't know who Shibata was.
And that's not, that's not Shibata's fault. That's AEW. AEW is getting all these New Japan stars. They'll sign them, and then we won't hear from them again. I've seen somebody said how to fix AEW is give some of them video packages. If you just get a package of what they've done,
he ain't even got enough. He ain't got enough TV time.
That's true.
We're trying to get them to remove the women. You think they got time for a video?
Bruh, I'm just saying.
But I just feel like a video package, like if they do that, they can even do that to help some feuds go. Like if you give me a 2-minute, 1-minute video package of somebody who ain't been wrestling for a while, even though Samoa Joe's been wrestling, I don't like the fact that Wardlow, I say his name wrong, just looked away. Wardlow, I don't know why I said Wardlow, but Wardlow was looking away, and Samoa Joe was just in the ring having to come up with something on the fly because Wardlow is looking outside at his other opponent. Like you can't forget Samoa Joe's right there.
Them niggas aren't tag team wrestlers. That right there
both got singles belts.
That's Tony's fantasy booking. He just took his two favorite belts. He's like, these are two of my favorite wrestlers. I have two belts I could put on them. What if I put the singles belts on them? Then I made them a tag team.
And both of them.
I used to do the same shit with my action figures when I was a little kid. I would take my action figure of The Undertaker and I would put the big gold WCW belt on him, and then I would put him in a little mock tag team with frickin' Razor Ramon wearing the WWE championship. Like, that's what he's doing right now. He's just taking his favorite wrestlers and putting them together.
But they ain't got TV time, so that's the only way to get on TV.
Exactly.
Always got to get off TV. So like, bro, I'm sorry, but it throws the show off. It's too many belts. Every match got a belt. And I'm like, what does it matter if you have a belt? Because every match got a belt.
At Dynamite last week, they were advertising on Dynamite last week, they were advertising, we're having 4 championship matches this show. That's not a good thing. What happened to when championships were defended on pay-per-views to where they felt like something? Now you got a championship being defended every week, sometimes 4 of them in a single show. And then we wonder why we don't give it. Think, Roman Reigns, why do we still feel like so good about him having the 2 belts? Because we don't see him defend them every fucking week. I don't want to see I don't need to see fucking John Cena. Why'd I say John Cena? John Moxley, nigga, wishes he was Cena.
John Moxley wrestled
Bruh, I don't want to see John Moxley beating up the enhancement talent for fucking eliminator title shots every fucking Wednesday. It's bruh.
Yeah.
And you know that he not losing. So I'm like, why?
Exactly. We know
he might lose to.
And the horrible thing is the matches aren't even for the belt. They're for a match at the belt. And we know they're still not going to even win them. Because if they beat him, then what the fuck? Now your champion just got pinned. So what? You gonna have him wrestle again? TK's just done. He should have hired Gabe Sapolsky back when I told him to, but he didn't listen to me. And then Triple H did. And look at how good fucking
indie shows lately, looking for some indie talent. So they
bro, he does a whole indie workshop on Twitter, fucking that anyone can listen to, where he goes in and talks about wrestling with the independent wrestlers. People thought he was gonna stop doing it.
They got him scouting now, so they say he's scouting for WWE, doing him too. What else AEW had? Chris Jericho is doing weird matches again.
He's supposed to be going on tour soon.
I loved the Colt Cabana thing until they started wrestling. I realized how much I didn't care about Colt Cabana wrestling.
Yeah,
it was funny
at all.
It was fun at first. Like, he took a shot at CM Punk.
I saw you on Twitter, nigga. I was like, but that match was kind of bland. I was like, go
said it on Twitter. I said I was hyped until it actually started going.
Exactly. Don't nobody want to see Colt Cabana wrestle. Don't nobody want to see that.
I'm like, And it was hype until it happened. I'm like,
okay. Especially, bruh, how in what world does that sound like? That's an amazing. In 2022, when is Colt Cabana versus Jericho finna be some kind of classic banger?
Classic, yeah.
if that match would have happened 15 years ago, I bet that shit would have been spectacular. But 50-year-old Jericho and mid-40s Colt Cabana are not. That nigga almost killed them trying to hit the fucking Chicago skyline. Almost killed him. Y'all niggas saw that. Say you didn't.
It was something to watch.
Almost killed him trying to hit his own finisher. The one move you should never fuck up. And almost killed bruh. CM Punk would never. CM Punk would never.
Hey, I do love. After a while, when ROH was petty towards CM Punk, when WWE was petty to CM Punk, AEW is not being petty to CM Punk. It's something like that's CM Punk's fault. Some other people gotta admit that it's.
No one's.
Vince ain't Vince ain't known.
He's definitely not blame free.
Vince is not known for just doing something super petty, but when he fired you on your wedding, even though technically when people point that out, CM Punk did leave for 6 months and never called back. So Vince is like, "Oh, you gonna disrespect me? Here you gonna get fired on your wedding." See, on his birthday, Tony Khan brought the Elite back. Essentially.
Well, he gave us our first teasers of the Elite
on his birthday, and then he brought Colt Cabana back for the first time.
But the thing is, I feel like he's doing that because he's not going to get this. He's going to have to buy out Punk's contract, but he ain't going to get this non-compete clause he's trying to get. So Punk's going to get Tony's money and get these millions that Tony paid for him, and then he's going to get to show up wherever he wants if he wants to. So I think Tony's getting in his jabs while he can.
I do. One thing I did like about the show is that Britt Baker. It's a crazy thing to say back to back, but Britt Baker.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I like that she went to Tony Schiavone and like, this is my interviewer because I know you friends with Renee and I'm not playing your game. I like that little storytelling because it keeps that thing that Tony Schiavone is sent for.
What are we gonna do when Saraya breaks her neck?
Oh my God, Tori!
Man.
I hope she stay away from certain wrestlers, and we're not wishing it. So
I'm just saying, the AEW's women's division, bruh, keep her away from the whole damn women's roster, damn near. Because something is not there right now, fully, or I'd be real scared.
Jared, I don't know how to respond to that. How do you respond to that? I was like, oh my God.
I'm trying to. I mean, I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't know if Tori's wrong. I don't think he's wrong, and I don't like to say that out loud.
Well, man, I was shocked by it. I was like, what? I don't get shocked.
Bro, I'm being honest though. These are people's lives at stake, and not all of these people are the safest dance partner.
You is right, man. Wow.
Paige is far too sexy to be in a wheelchair, bro. We all done seen what she working with. She's nice and manicured. Got a look. Her ass popping now more than ever. I ain't trying to see her wheelchair bound, bruh. Quit wrestling. Go start an OnlyFans. You'll make more money, I promise.
Tori's weekly thing. Get AEW women's division off the roster.
Bro, it's been AEW. Listen, cut out the women's division. You get rid of the listen. Jamie Hayter's amazing, best ass in the business. She got, but no, one woman cannot save a whole division.
But she's keeping it up right now by herself because she's in.
No, she's not, bro. Yeah, what the one women's match a week and however many are on Dark, bro. It would be such a better show if they just cut out the women's or put the women on YouTube. Put the women's matches on your YouTube shows and then just leave the men's shows for Dynamite and fucking Rampage and watch how much better your TV gets.
TK too worried about trying to get New Japan. I'm like, you should probably get Stardom.
he thinks he's worried about it till fucking Triple H pulls a fucking quick move under the door on him.
Like, actually get the amazing women wrestler from Stardom. They have a lot of amazing talent.
I'm not gonna lie though, I'm ready for Shinsuke versus the Great Muta, bro. That's gonna be I
had chills when I got that. I'm like, I see why Shinsuke, his native language is such a star. His swag.
Oh, bro, with the way he speaks Japanese, bro. There's a reason. You got to remember, he had a Michael Jackson gimmick, bro. That's what the King of Strong Style was, bro. I've watched, bro, when he used to come out to fucking Dominion or for the Grand Prix, this nigga would get carried down on a palindrome by bitches. Bitches carrying that nigga on a palindrome. He'd get off and moonwalk to the fucking ring. Like, bruh. Shinsuke's a whole ass pimp.
Hold up, Tori. I did not make that connection. The King of Strong Style is based off like a Michael
The King
Jackson.
of Pop. The King of Pop. He's the King of Strong Style. He used to moonwalk. He used to moonwalk out to the ring and shit. For real, you can go back and look at his old New Japan, bro. He put the New Japan Intercontinental title on the map doing that shit. Nigga was like Prince and fucking Michael Jackson all wrapped into one, but could whoop your ass.
I wonder how New Japan is gonna work in WWE because there ain't no way you telling me Machine Gun and Doc is getting named Doc and Machine Gun on WWE, and they mentioned Bullet Club, and they not doing something with WWE.
Oh yeah, Triple H got something up his sleeve.
And Cole Anderson didn't lose the belt. There ain't no way he didn't lose that belt. New Japan. Yeah. I don't know if y'all watch New Japan. Trust me, if you don't show up,
they take that belt. Gone. That shit was ruined when Brock Lesnar took the belt hostage in 2002. They were like, we ain't playing that shit no more. You run off with our belt, we're just gonna strip you of it. We ain't gonna work with you no more. We ordered a new one. Fuck you.
Yeah, they like, oh, he still has the belt. He's still the champion. I'm like, what? Oh, it's a work.
100%. That's why I said when you said that Tony Khan was worried about his New Japan Connect. That's what I was saying. From the looks of the WWE side, he might be out his New Japan Connect.
And then I see Will Ospreay sit there and say,
if we get Will Ospreay versus fucking Seth Rollins, bruh.
That's been one for a while.
And then they already got beef. You don't even gotta make it nothing more. They already got beef. He called that man broke. Yo, but Kenny, it was if all three of them worked together one day just for one match, Kenny, Seth, and Will Ospreay in a match together, you would make IWC
if you go back,
cream they pants.
If you go back to if you go back and watch Dragon Gate, you can watch Bryan Danielson versus Kenny Omega versus fucking Seth Rollins.
That's what he did. He put both of them in what's his name?
Put both of them in the cattle mutilator.
That was a cool thing.
Put Kenny Omega and Seth Rollins in the cattle mutilation. That's when Bryan Danielson was on his American Dragon shit for real. That
man still ain't got a belt. He keep losing. This man gonna lose to Chris Jericho. He keep losing to Chris Jericho over and over again. I'm like, bro, if Chris Jericho beat Bryan Danielson one more time, I'm gonna get pissed. I'm like, bro, how many times Chris Jericho beat this
stupid.
Everything about that is dumb.
I'm like, I get one time Chris Jericho a legend, but he can't keep beating the best wrestler on your roster.
On your roster. On your entire roster.
Over and over again, just beats him every time.
None.
Continually beat him. Like, it ain't once, it ain't twice. That ain't a match again. He gonna win again. I'm like, bro. And watch TK gonna have him pin that. He gonna have him pin him because he ain't gonna have him pin Claudio.
And I like John Moxley. He cool. I ain't gonna say I like him. I do not like John Moxley. Daniel Bryanson. How you say his name? Bryan
Danielson.
Bryan Danielson is the best wrestler you have, and he has yet to have that AEW title. Brian
or
Danielson
any title.
alone,
he keep losing. Keep
bring
losing all.
I was about to say he ain't held a single belt yet.
He lose all of his title. He's like what 0-8 in title matches.
Yeah, he lost to Hangman twice, lost to Kenny twice.
I don't get it.
And this ain't even. He lost to Jericho. How many times? 3.
Yep, 2 or 3.
Now he about to lose again.
Like Orange Cassidy got more wins than him.
You know what I'm saying? Orange Cassidy got a belt.
I mean, like
the fucking All Atlantic Championship.
And by the way, they all main event, and he don't even get main events no more. They all main event. Orange Cassidy get main event matches. I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie though. I do think it's kind of funny that Orange Cassidy carries the belt in a backpack. I find that shit mildly comical. Doesn't but there's still part of me that because if Orange Cassidy wanted to be a serious wrestler, he could be a top guy all day. He's got the move set. The gimmick's just gotten stale.
You don't like the slow kicks? It plays well when Shibata do the slow slaps.
Yeah, but I mean, but I'm just talking about. Could you imagine if he fucking just they gave him a rando serious gimmick? He didn't even have to, but just let him fucking just go out there and dominate like we know he can. Like this nigga is so good in the ring that fucking we get lost in the sauce when it comes to the denim suit and the aviators and fucking lazy thumbs up. But it's Tony's promotion, not mine.
Can we do? I do want to go over one more thing before we got here, and that's of course the match of the week. We done went over a few of them. Of course, I think we all agree Bianca and Bayley was the women's match of the week, right?
Yeah, easily. Yeah, no competition.
No doubt.
Men's is a lot harder.
Yeah.
I think we kind of got a clue. I'm interested where Tori goes at the end, and I'm pretty sure y'all interested, man. So we're gonna go with somebody I ain't really spoke on. Jarret, men's match of the week. Which one do you got?
I can only give it to Logan and Roman. I mean, 37 million views. The match that nobody was expecting to be that good in the slightest. Like I have to give it to him.
True.
Yeah. And if I'll see another match this month, it'd be match of the month.
Tor?
Well, I think I said it earlier, bruh. Austin Theory and Seth Rollins, bruh. Bro, them niggas so fucking good. Just the feel of the match, the energy, the back and forth. They matched each other's pacing perfectly, blow for blow. They both milked the crowd at the right time. It was good. It was good old pro wrestling. It may not have been the flashiest or the fucking goddamn goriest or anything like that. But as far as just fundamentals and feeling of the match, got to give it to Seth and Theory.
And let's just be different. Let's all be different. Let's go Ray Gunther. Ultimate little man, big man match.
Yeah,
I don't think you can go wrong with all three of them. It's just that's how good.
Notice they were all in WWE though.
I did earlier give the shout out to Orange Cassidy and Shibata.
Yeah, that's true.
That's our honorable mention. So we'll give that an honorable mention. And it came right back to my match, and I was like, "This is some good wrestling." By the way, Rampage was better than Dynamite this week, and Dynamite, so therefore Dynamite wasn't that good, but Rampage was actually decent.
Well, Rampage is always better because you only got to deal with their bullshit for an hour.
Rampage is horrible, dog. Rampage is terrible. But how do y'all feel? Before we go, I got one more question. How do y'all feel about AEW putting all the rappers together now?
It's so cringe.
It's WCW, bro. I keep saying, I'm like, this is so much WCW.
Very cringe.
This is WCW. Jeff Jarrett's back. You got all kind of old people that keep showing up.
Like I fucked with Action Bronson. If they'd have stopped at Action Bronson, because he actually looked like he put in some work in that ring. I like the tag team match where they went against 2.0, fucking him and Hook. I liked that shit. I'm okay with that. But I don't need DJ Who Kid and Fabulous walking out fucking
Trina.
Trina. I'm okay with Griselda though, like West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, because them niggas them niggas have always been about some wrestling, so I fucks with that. But some of these rappers, I'm just like, I know you don't give a fuck about wrestling. That's like R.I.P. Takeoff, who the Migos was always at WWE.
Always, yeah. But they ain't never tried to get in the ring. Like I like Rick Ross.
No, they didn't. They got in the ring once with RK Bro just to pose with the ice, though. But they didn't hit no moves, though.
Yeah, do nothing.
Listen, after having Logan Paul and Bad Bunny in WWE, now y'all got to go ahead and do work.
Yeah, and fuck Rick Ross, bro. That shit with fucking Swerve was so stupid. I was like, why is Rick Ross here talking to fucking?
Can I defend it? Can I defend it?
I don't think you can. I really don't. I don't think you can defend it.
Is that he thinks he's a megastar and he hangs out with a bunch of cool rappers, so therefore he's this cool dude, and that's his like heel gimmick.
No, fuck that.
Because he's a rapper too. You know what I mean? He's a rapper.
I know, a failing rapper.
But I think that's a gimmick.
No, because that nigga be rapping outside of wrestling. He really thinks he can rap. It's not just a gimmick.
I'm not talking about him and Jay. I'm just talking about wrestling wise. That's his thing. So I think that's his heel gimmick. I would say, no, this nigga really thinks he can make music. It's not that good, though. Most of that segment I did not like, though, even though I get why they're doing it. Again, it fits the narrative that I want them to do.
Rick Ross and Keith Lee was awkward. Rick Ross and Keith Lee was a fucking awkward ass interaction that was not conducive to.
Accusations.
Accusations were funny, dog. Come on now.
No, bro.
Accusations.
False
accusations.
Cringe.
False accusations, Tori.
Cringe.
False accusations.
Cringe on Maine, bruh.
False accusations.
Cringe on Maine. I almost turned off the TV.
How you got me defending Rick Ross? People know how I feel.
I don't know what the fuck but him and Keith Lee was the most awkward interaction on TV.
I did not like him and Keith Lee together, except for the accusation part. But him and Swerve to me was cool.
That was so awkward. It was just awkward as fuck.
But I get it. It's a setup to gimmick, and I think Swerve can be a megastar. So if he want to hang around rappers, his heel gimmick is I'm this too cool guy for AEW.
What are they gonna do when Roman Reigns comes out with Drake?
That's it. You can call it.
I was gonna say, cancel Christmas, boys.
What are they in Toronto?
I don't know.
Hey, just start rapping on his
Drake. Beat. Drake might come out with a belt the way he's been handing out these L's through that. Him and 21 Savage put together a banger of an album, though. I don't know if y'all niggas know that's off topic, but that's just a banger.
But I'm in overall, just the fact they keep doing it feels very WWE-ish to me. Like, oh, we gonna pop culture. Yeah. Let's bring Karl Malone. Why did they pick Karl Malone and Dennis Rodman? Karl Malone is the antithesis of cool. Like,
I don't even.
He came out in some tight Wranglers. I'm like,
I don't feel like the internet wrestling community even knew who he was.
I'm like, I think it was more because TV was bigger then, and they playing in the finals. Dennis Rodman, Karl Malone playing in the finals. Jordan, there's no if they could actually pull Jordan, I'm pretty sure they would. But Jordan, I'm worried about basketball.
But when you think about that was even that was during that time.
And during the finals, got it.
I thought you were talking about recently.
No, not recently.
No. I'm talking about WCW.
Okay.
Dallas and Hogan.
There was about 6 more million people watching wrestling every week at that time.
Yeah. So and the NBA finals. Like that worked, but TK is trying to capture that, every week. Rick, Fabulous, Trina, like you have
Griselda,
you catering to them, Griselda, you catering to them, and you got stars.
Action Bronson, Shaq,
like use some of those stars. Like it's okay to have wrestling. Accusations.
Like I said,
I mean,
accusations, man.
Accusations could have been a YouTube skit.
And maybe Rick Ross is not coming on your show to do a YouTube skit.
Well, goddamn, I'd have rather he not shown up at all.
I mean, they had Lamar Jackson too. Like,
goddamn, why don't you go steal some more shit from Freeway?
To be fair to that, though, I don't think Lamar wanted to be part of the show. I think he showed up and then Chris Jericho decided to be the clout chasing 50-year-old demon.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the 50-year-old clout vampire that he is.
Lamar Jackson in the bit, because even when he said he gonna knock out Lamar Jackson, Lamar like, don't put the camera on me.
And he's like, yo, miss me with this tomfoolery. I was just here fucking. I was trying to get Jade Cargile's number, so Bow Wow didn't take her first.
He was even like this when he was like, "Nah, man, I'm just here to chill." I know the crowd was yelling MVP and all that. I'm just trying to chill, man. I just want to watch a show.
Even though that's incorrect, but
I'm gonna take your word for it, Gerald.
Yeah, he's my favorite player. He is not MVP this season.
I'm just talking about the crowd was yelling MVP, and he heard it. He heard it. He tried to play off of it because, of course,
I heard MVP and thought, fucking damn, MVP jumped ship, son of a bitch.
They were talking about Lamar Jackson in the building, so
it was a joke. It was a joke, Zell, man. Goddamn.
Tony Khan could use
MVP, WWE, tee.
That's the story. They can use another manager though.
Man. Bruh, there are so many wrestlers on AEW's roster that could be decent if they had a mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think we haven't seen Miro in so long, because they ain't found a way to they ain't found a manager for him yet. Because Miro,
what did he do? He gave up God, didn't he? When he stopped having God as his manager, he stopped.
Yeah. but that's what I'm saying. How do you have a nigga like Miro sitting on the shelf? Mm-hmm. But you're making me watch a Ty Mello match when you got fucking Rusev back there? Exactly. Goddamn Bulgarian brute. Mm-hmm. Like the niggas Tony be benching to put these bitches on the show is stupid.
These bitches. To put these bitches on the show.
Yo, shout out to
and it'd be one thing. It'd be one thing if they had an amazing roster. You don't hear me say this about WWE. I want to see Io Shirai. I want to see Dakota Kai. I want to see Bayley. I want to see Bianca Belair. I want to see Shotzi. I want to see Roxy. There's so many. I want to see fucking even Ronda sometimes. I want to see Liv Morgan anytime. Fucking Sonya. Same for Sonya Deville.
Sonya's so good, bro.
I'll give you that stern something or other. But you see what I mean? The women's division is next level in WWE.
WWE should have a secondary women's title.
Like WWE's can, well, no, because they got two already. They got one for each brand.
I keep forgetting.
And plus you got to think there's the NXT Women's Championship too. Yeah. So
they said they trying to build their roster back up.
But that's why the women are so good, though.
Maybe Mia Yim will come back in them. So they try to get their roster.
Are we gonna? You guys think we're not too long for an Indy Hartwell main roster run?
100%. She coming up.
That's what I was thinking.
I wouldn't be surprised if she went with Bayley in that war game.
See,
Bayley been praising her every week. Like, you looking like you ready.
I was thinking Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae would get back together and go against Damage Control. I thought that could be like a little cool women's feud for the tag titles.
Yeah, but Bayley been praising Indy so much on Twitter, so I'm like, maybe she gonna join them.
Hell, I be praising Indy on Twitter too. That's one sexy Hindu girl.
But they roster. They said they're trying to build it up. They're trying to build a women's roster even more, so it could be amazing. Some on TV people that's used to being on TV too, so they want to build it up. So they're looking at some people who used to be on TV. So I'm looking forward to it. I got one more question before we get out. I know I've been doing this. We might well go to 1:30. We got 2 minutes.
Did we find out who the 5 NXT wrestlers were that got released? Because they said they were releasing 5 of them, and I saw an old boy.
Yeah, the Flam. They were certified. Bodie, one of them, they said he coming to work. Well, like, I have no clue if that's true, but that was one report said. Dave Meltzer. Like I said, we got to be. Sometimes I'm a little careful with what Dave report, but.
Have you noticed that Dave hasn't, ever since Tony stopped letting him be privy to all the inside stuff, he hasn't been as complimentary to AEW as usual?
Probably so. Until the elite come back and start snitching again.
Yeah. You're right. All of his sources got suspended.
Yeah, they back.
No wonder he ain't had to drop no more. All the leaks got patched up. Yeah. Oh, allegedly.
I do want to know. Have y'all noticed that Debbie tried to make Roman Reigns into John Cena and they failed? and he became something amazing anyway after they gave up on that.
And now he's like the Rock, John Cena, and Stone Cold mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
But
got layers
Bianca
going
is
on.
literally John Cena.
But no, man, I hate that people and this might Bianca feels so fucking plain to me, bro. Like
that's how people feel about John Cena. What you mean?
No, but I mean,
is that not to complain about John Cena when he was active? After he's gone, we kind of respect it. But when he was active, it was like, this is a plain dude who win every match, and he's strong. He beat 3 people.
Well, no, I'm just talking about like personality wise. John Cena had anything but a plain personality, nigga.
When he was Super Cena, he was very plain to her.
Bruh, this nigga.
We're not talking about pre.
Bruh, this nigga.
If we go to Bianca heel run, she had a lot of personality in her heel run.
No, this nigga had a whole run with Crime Time where they were fucking tagging up JBL's limousine that he used to chase Mexicans over the border.
Tori, they can't do that stuff no more.
That's not plain. That's not plain, nigga.
And that was also during the Thugonomics episode.
That's
by the way, Bianca when she was a heel was amazing, Tori. When Bianca was a heel, she was amazing.
I like her better as a heel.
Mm-hmm.
I loved her.
But right now she is Super Cena. She's in her Super Cena effort.
But no, she's not. She's not that. That's saying, bruh. Bianca Belair is not, bruh. You're tripping.
You put her in the main event, she's gonna show up.
You're tripping, bruh.
Jerry, you see what I'm saying? The feeling, if she in a big match, she gonna make the match pop, even though it's like.
Hold on, no. So you're saying Bianca Belair is female John Cena? That's what you're saying?
Yes.
That's fucking wild. You're fucking that's fucking crazy.
Female John Cena right now. Dominate the league.
We'll see once this TV show hits on Hulu.
By the way, if you ever watch her YouTube, she is very funny, by the way. Like her and Montez on her YouTube was hilarious. Gerald, your thoughts before we get off. I want to hear Joe. When Gerald's opinion going, we getting off the show. Gerald, I know he's thinking about it. He make points, but then I see
I'm seeing both sides, because if you talk about the run that she's having where she's not losing and every match is a big fight feel, I can definitely see that with Bianca. Do I think she needs a little bit more of an edge? Not as far as match wise, but as far as
personality.
Yeah, just the way she's showcased. I think that could use something like
the EST has ran its course.
As a face, I think he's hard to be.
And it's hard
to be the EST as a face. I'm sorry. I always
exactly.
Just like Sasha Banks. Like when she's heel, she is great.
I think that's all I'm saying. If you flip Bianca heel right now, I would almost be with you. Like, yeah, female John Cena, but her as a babyface just doesn't hit the same.
Like she's still good, and I can see the Cena where she's not super Cena, but she's having a great run. But it's just she
got pinned once in 400 days.
Yeah, she's having a great run.
And she wrestles a lot. Roman don't get pinned, but he don't wrestle a lot. She wrestles a lot and wins.
That's because she ain't. That's because she ain't got the juice. John Cena didn't have to wrestle all like that though.
But during that one period, he did to her. I'm just saying.
But he also wrestled for a lot longer than Bianca's wrestled. Come on now, nigga. John Cena got decades in the belt now.
But Bianca's special though. I do agree though. She needs something, and it's hard when you just win every match to do something special. Like,
exactly.
It doesn't feel urgent. It doesn't feel urgent. So, and that's what my point was about Super Cena, because at that point when Cena would just win after he beat Bray Wyatt at that WrestleMania, he had a period for like a year and a half where I'm like, this.
Shout out to both them niggas though, because that's the only cinematic match that I ever liked. The John Cena and Fiend one, that was the best cinematic match they put on.
Hey, y'all know the rap.
I like Undertaker and AJ too.
The AJ one was okay with the
Undertaker. But y'all know what I'm talking about. The one with the legacy. Your legacy on the line, John. That was amazing promo. That was amazing promo.
I wish the Undertaker would have got an actual in-ring final match, but
I don't know if he could have went to her. That's
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But yeah.
I appreciate everybody. Gerald, any last words? Anything you want to promote? Anything you want us to talk about before we get off?
Nope. I want everybody to leave me alone.
I feel that. Tori, anything you want to talk about before we get off?
You already know Afro-Kami 765 on everything. Fuck AEW's women's division.
JD from New York already had beef with them. Now we gonna have beef with them.
Only difference is I'm a real troll. That nigga got hurt when they started trolling him.
Oh yeah,
I love JD. He had a 3-hour special tour.
That nigga got sad, bruh. That nigga got sad. He was like, I was just talking about your character. Why are you coming for me?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn.
A 3-hour show tour.
I was like, this nigga wasn't built for Elon Musk Twitter. You could tell. That nigga wasn't built for Elon Musk Twitter.
I always wondered that about wrestling fans. Like you said, you literally said her coworker sucks, and that's her friend. She gonna clap back at you. I don't know why.
But I'm okay with that because he wasn't wrong. Newsflash, people, Marina Shafir is garbage.
But Tori, the thing is, you ain't gonna come around and say, I supported you all this time, and you say this to me. No, Tori be like,
no.
You were I
was saying, bitch is trash.
I'm not taking it back. He had a whole 3-hour show talking about how he supported them. He made a theory that Britt Baker convinced everybody to attack him. Jarret, you have to watch that, Jarret. He had a 3-hour show on how he made a conspiracy theory on the show, and he had a whole breakdown on how Britt Baker is trying to ruin his life.
I seen some retweets of it, and I just
that nigga was having an episode. But they did just sort of jump him like the whole garbage female roster. We know they can't wrestle, but they can sure as fuck tweet. Them bitches can't wrestle a lick, but they can tweet their asses off. Look, I'm trying to start the beef. I'm like, let's go, nigga, go viral.
Where can they find you?
Afro-Kami 765 on everything. Fuck AEW's women's division. Unless one of them wants to fuck me, and then I'm like, yeah.
Switch it. Yeah.
I give a decent review for a week.
I support the women's division.
I'm glad. Hey, I had to cut myself off because I was about to say some wild shit. I was going to start putting stipulations on who could pass and who couldn't. Y'all know how that was going.
Well, I appreciate y'all. I do support the women's division. I hope it continues to grow and get better, and y'all improve.
I hope you guys get moved over to the YouTube and just let the men handle network TV.
That was a great show. If you want to, you can attack Tori on his socials. You can find me in my link tree below. And I appreciate y'all. And we out.